everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Christi, Battistoni, Director of Finance. This is Cameron, is it Illner? I'm gonna pronounce it right, okay. So for anybody that doesn't know Cameron, she's been an intern, working on your administrator's license? Yeah, for the past several months. So she's been going to meetings, been working with all different departments to kind of see how things work here. So anyway, so this is Cameron. I'm here and I'm going to talk about Sawyer Savings. Sawyer Savings Bank is going to be the bank that comes on premises. Hopefully they're going to be opening for good on August 16th, so 2 weeks from today. I started, I'd say about a year and a half ago, we started to use Sawyer for our escrow, as our escrow bank. Prior to coming into Woodland Pond, when you make a deposit, many of you have made deposits, waitlist deposits or 10% deposits, those funds go into an escrow account, and it used to be at M&T Bank. But I started to have difficulty with M&T, so that's when we started to use Sawyer. Sawyer's located in Saugerties, but then they also have a branch in Highland on 299. So we started to have a very good relationship with them. And fast forward a little bit, they're now our operating bank as well. So they have been very involved and really seemed interested in wanting to come on site to our branch office when we started to have some problems with Ulster. And really the problems with Ulster were mainly that they were limiting their hours. When COVID was here, they didn't really want their staff to be tested. So just various things here and there happened. So we ended up severing that relationship and starting with Sawyer. So they will, like I said, be coming on site on August 16th, hopefully, permanently opening. I think Michelle put out a notification that if you wanted to meet with one of the Sawyer representatives that week, they have time slots, Monday through Friday, where you can sign up, go and meet with them to start your account. I spoke with Savannah at Sawyer yesterday, and she said that if you're going to do that, you need to make sure that you bring 2 forms of ID that day. Driver's license, something with your picture, and the second thing does not have to have your picture. Oh, actually, so the concierge, if anybody wants to make additional appointments, you can do that. The concierge still has openings on that Thursday and Friday for appointments. If you choose not to open up an account that week, you don't have to. You can go see them anytime to open up an account. We try to, many people here already have accounts at Ulster, and we tried to do something where we could just transfer your funds from Ulster if you wanted to Sawyer, but Ulster wouldn't accept the application form that Sawyer had, so you're not gonna be able to do it that way. If you want to close your account at Ulster, there's 2 ways that Ulster told me that you can do it. You can either drive up there and close your account, or you can send them a letter, and actually I made up a letter that we'll keep in our office that you'll have to sign. You put your account number, we will mail a copy of your identification, copy of your driver's license, and they would mail your check to you here to close your account. And then you can open your account at Sawyer. So I don't know how many people are in that situation where they want to switch their funds over. The one thing I would definitely say, if you have any direct deductions or direct, like say you have your Social Security or pension going into your account at Ulster, or automatic payments coming out, make sure that those all got switched before you fully closed out your account. Let's see. Anybody have any questions so far on Sawyer?
Where can we get a copy of that letter to send?
Okay, so I have these letters in my office. We'll certainly help you fill them out. If you want to just take it, you can take it. The one thing is that Ulster did say it has to be notarized. So, that's okay. So we have Mary Jo's a notary here. Shannon is, but she just had her baby. Jeffrey is a notary. I think he works here on the weekends sometimes still. Okay, so he could notarize, and I'll kind of let him know that, so I'm not just going to spring it on him. Courtney is, but you said she's not fully, okay. So I think we're going to be down to just having it be Mary Jo or Jeffrey, or unless you know someone yourself that could notarize it. But in order to close the Ulster account, copy of your ID and your letter notarized. So you can stop by, pick one up from me, or we can help you fill it out and get the ball rolling for you to get it mailed up.
Where's your office?
Right behind the concierge.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's it.
It's not good for other banks as well as Ulster. Supposing you're coming from out of state and you want to close your out of state account and use, or is that just for Ulster?
Ulster, this is how Ulster told me it could be handled. I can't speak for other banks. If
Credit union or?
Yeah, you might need to contact them. I mean, we could certainly help you do a letter and tweak this one, but I just don't know what their policy is for closing an account. So this is specific, and it actually has Ulster's address on here, and then you just need to fill out where you want your check mailed, that type of thing. Hold on one second. I was just gonna say, Sawyer right now is willing to be open 6 days a week and be open the exact same hours that Diedrich's Pharmacy is. So, I mean, that's fantastic, because we were limited to like 1 day a week, 2 days a week for a couple hours prior. So, I guess we're trying to promote business for them, because we want them to continue those hours and whatnot.
Other than your driver's license, what other form of ID do they want?
You could use, because she said you didn't have to have a picture, so you could use, I don't know if you have a voter registration card, credit card. She even said something with a credit card, because it would have your name on it. Anything that, yeah. Social security card, Medicare card, any of those would have your name, so that would be a perfect second form of ID. But the one thing, if you do go for your appointments any of those days, you have to have some kind of funds to open the account. So if you go in and do all this, you're gonna have to give them some money, even if your other account isn't closed, in order to open the account. It can be nominal, but you still have to open it with some amount of money. Right?
I assume they'll take cash.
Yes, they should be, I mean, they plan to be, it's gonna be in their office where you're gonna go and have your, I don't know if it's 15-minute blocks right now, I don't know how that was set up, but yes, they should be able to take cash or check, whatever, to open the account.
I just made myself an appointment, I can't remember if it was today or yesterday, and they didn't tell me all this.
At the front desk, or?
At the front desk?
Yeah, the concierge, they don't really, they know a little bit. All they were told right now is to just make the appointments. I literally just found out all this information. I drove up to Ulster Federal Credit Union to find out how you guys could close your accounts, to see if I could use that form from Sawyer. And they said,
I wasn't making an appointment, I wanted to make an appointment, I didn't know I had to bring all this stuff to the appointment.
oh, okay, well that,
It's not.
yep.
I just thought you should know that we weren't told.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let them know now, but I've been in the interim of kind of finding this out. Ray and I met with Liza last week from Sawyer, and now she was away down on vacation, so I'm trying to get everything, so everybody's prepared when she comes back August 16th to meet with you guys to start the accounts.
When somebody asks a question, could you please repeat?
Yes, Dorothy said, when someone asks a question, could I repeat it before answering? Did you have an additional question or no? Just making that statement, okay. Vivian?
Yeah, the form you just showed, you held up, is that the form just to mail in if you don't go personally?
Yes. This basically says,
Repeat the question.
oh, she asked if the form that I have is just if it's gonna be mailed in. I mean, because you can drive up there and handle your business on your own and close your account and walk out of there with a check. So that's on you if you wanna do it that way. If you don't wanna go up there, this form basically says to the Ulster Federal Credit Union, and I've been dealing with someone named Christi Sullivan up there, so I'm sending all of these to her attention because she and I had this conversation. and it says, please close my account and mail me a check for the remainder balance. My account numbers are as follows, which I left blank, because you'll need to put that in, savings or checking. My name is, and I have enclosed a copy of my photo ID. Please mail my check to me at this address, and then you write the address, or we'll do it for you. You're gonna sign, and then here is the spot down here where the notary notarizes your signature. John?
The meeting we set up with that person, what will we be doing at that meeting?
So if you have a time slot to meet with Sawyer during that week, you will be sitting down, doing signature cards, they'll be looking at your ID, you'll be giving them some money, you'll be opening a bank account, and they'll give you your bank account paperwork.
So the letter has to be done prior to that?
Well, this is to close your Ulster account if you need or want this money to open that account. You can certainly go to that meeting, get the account open for $25, at least it opens the account. Then you can close your Ulster if you have it, get that check, and then make your deposit into your checking or savings account.
Okay.
Joan?
Christi, I would assume that if my daughter's name is on Ulster account, it's not gonna transfer over. She's gotta redo that with Sawyer.
Okay, so
She has to be able to sign.
Joan's asking if her daughter's name's on the account. Are you saying in addition to your name?
She's able to take money out of it.
Okay, but the account is in your name.
Yes.
So you can close your Ulster account.
No, I meant the new account.
Okay, so if you're gonna start a new account with Sawyer and you want your daughter's name on it, I would assume that you will need to have a signature card. I'm not in the banking thing, but I would assume that you will need to sign a signature card, and then she might need to, or you're gonna have to add her. But that's a question for them, because I didn't ask that. I don't know that answer to that fully.
Christi, did you say 2 identifications?
To open the account, you need 2 forms of identification. One that's a photo, and then the other one doesn't have to be.
Bring your Spectrum bill.
What was that, John?
Bring her Spectrum bill, that's what I.
Oh, Joan sent a Spectrum bill. Yes, that would be a form of ID. A lot of times they'll use utility bills. The biggest thing I do want to just emphasize, though, don't close any bank account without making sure that anything that's going in there directly or anything that's coming out of there each month has switched over, because that's just like the worst thing you could do. So you might need to, if you have that situation, you could write a check and, say you have an Ulster checking account, you could write a check and take out a lot of the funds in there, but you might need to leave some in there until those things have switched to the next bank. And if you have that at, say, Ulster or any other bank, when you go and meet with Sawyer, get the information on how you can change your Social Security check or pension or whatever it is to go from bank A to bank B, and let them tell you what you need to do to get that done. I just don't want anybody, the worst thing is just closing an account and then, it won't close if you have a direct deposit each month. Joan?
I have a visa through I belong to Heritage Credit Union. Now, the visa's through them. I have like 2 accounts, I get 2 bills, 2 statements every month from the bank, what's in my bank and my visa bill, so I would have, they don't have that, I guess.
So Joan's basically saying she has a bank and she has a credit card, and she gets a separate statement from that same bank. I don't know if Sawyer has credit cards. That's something that you'll have to ask them. I'm not sure. I can't even guess one way or the other. And just so you know too, I have some little, I meant to bring them, but some little like magnet things. Sawyer's celebrating their 150th anniversary, and in September they're having a picnic with food and all kinds of things up in Saugerties at a park, so we're all invited. Yeah, you want to? There might be Michelle's. Yeah, that'd be great. Cameron's just gonna go grab some of them if anybody wants to take any of those and go up for the festivities. But I'm just very impressed with how the people from Sawyer have been, the CEO, president. I mean, they've all been down here. They've been very hands-on with us and really wanted to, you know, promote our relationship with them. So we feel really good about it. Betsy.
Will they have an ATM available to all people on whatever networks or ATM cards you have?
Okay, so the ATM, right now they've been working diligently to try to get one. There is one in there, but they've been having an issue with it, and it's a temporary one because they applied to get a new ATM, but it takes a while. It's not a real quick process. But the ATM in there will be up and running. I mean, I saw the guys in there today, and I know that it was supposed to be open or available quite soon. I don't know their ATM machine as far as being like having a charge if you don't have their thing, or I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know the answer to that, because it seems like when I've seen different ATMs, they always like charge you a fee and whatnot, but I don't know.
If you're out of network.
Right, if you're out of network, so I'm not sure. Mr. Toole.
One that also had did not charge you if you were in some of the credit card, the bank card networks like Plus and credit union and so on.
Okay, so Mr. Toole said that the ATM that Ulster had did not charge you a fee if you were in that network. You know what, I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna try to find out the answers to these questions for you. So the ATM will there be a fee? And Joan, I'll ask about whether they have their own credit card. Is that what you were asking? Okay. I'll try to get the answers to these things and then just put them out in the Chanticleer next week so that you have that. Betsy?
Ask also, please, what the perks are to take their credit union card, their credit card.
They're a savings bank too, not a credit union, but I will ask.
Credit card.
Oh, if there's a credit card, if there's perks?
If you get a credit card through them, what advantages would there be to me to
Gotcha.
switch it from where I am now?
Oh, because Cameron said you've had an account at their bank since school?
Yeah, a long time. I'm not positive. I don't have a credit card, but they might.
Okay, so she thinks they might have a credit card, so we'll find that out. Yes.
My 15-minute appointment is it's before the bank opens. Is that going to work?
So you mean just the time, your appointment?
My appointment is on the 10th of August, and the bank opens on the 16th of August.
Wait, not here on the 10th.
Yes.
Yes, I have a.
All the appointments should
Yeah,
be
I
before
might
they
too.
go.
Wednesday the 11th, I have one,
Oh.
I'll tell you.
Hey Cameron, can you do me a favor and just go to the concierge? For some reason, I thought that the appointment started the week of the 16th, but I'm probably wrong. It's probably next week.
I think it's ahead of time.
Okay, so that makes sense.
It's the 17th.
Yours is the 7th? Okay, so
The 11th.
yours is the 11th. Okay, so they are starting next week then. I didn't realize that for some reason. All right, so Cameron's just gonna check. But no, obviously because they're a bank and they already exist, they can start your account ahead of time. Even though they're not like up and running here at Woodland Pond, they will have their laptops and their computers and have everything to start the accounts, because we wanted to try to get everybody rolling ahead of time.
So we can still.
So
On the 10th.
you should still be able to go, whatever appointment you set up, you should have no issue with starting your account. They're just not necessarily like having their open for business here at Woodland Pond until the 16th is what they're telling me. You're welcome. And Cameron's just gonna check. And for some reason, I thought the appointment started on the 16th. Dorothy?
I may have misunderstood, but I thought that if you want to get ATM without charging, you have to use their, not a credit card, but a bank card.
Yeah, so Dorothy thought that you had to have like their debit card or their bank card in order to not have a fee? Yeah.
There is a card when you use the ATM. I have a card in the purse that I don't have with me, that for the ATM?
Well, I think, I used to have that too with Ulster, it was like their little Ulster card for accessing the ATM, my account through their ATM, but I think it also did accept other cards, just that where they would charge a fee, so I believe, yeah, and I think most are that way, because I also have a Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union account, and same situation, that I can get there free, but I think you can access money, but sometimes you have to have a fee if it's outside of their network. Anybody else have any questions on the Sawyer situation or the Ulster Federal Credit Union situation? One other thing, go ahead, John.
Is that the priority would be to get that sheet filled out?
It's up to you. If you want to if you have an appointment to open with you for, Christi, you have an appointment to open your account with Sawyer on the 17th, you said, right? So if you want to access that Ulster money and get that closed out in order to give that to them that day, then yeah, you would want to come in and do it, sooner than later, because the mail's kind of slow these days, I think. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but it seems like the whole mail service is definitely running slower than usual.
It's only the 16th to the 21st, Monday to Saturday.
Okay, that's what I thought, so now I'm concerned.
I can double check her appointment though.
Okay, so Karen just checked, and the sign-up sheet for the appointments here is the 16th, the week of the 16th. And they just said they have an appointment for the 11th? 10th, and somebody said the 11th.
I thought mine was the 11th.
Okay, so we gotta check that, because I didn't think that was right. I think they're just starting on the 16th.
I can go check there.
No, mine is the 17th.
17, okay. So, yes. So no appointments start until the 16th. So let's go back to that, okay? That's what I thought. Okay, so everybody got that, right? If you have one before the 16th, it's not right. One other thing I wanted to mention that I started to do with Ulster and will promote too with Sawyer is that if you have a Sawyer account, we have a Sawyer account. If you want to set something up where you have an automatic switch for your monthly service fee out of your Sawyer to our Sawyer, we'll be able to do that. If that makes sense. So that way, you don't have to come right as a check each month. Some people have liked to do that. So I started to do that a little bit with Ulster, but then when we're gonna move away from them, I stopped. But many people have always asked. Some people do bill pay, some people, have automatic to us, but they will be able to transfer money out of your fund to our fund monthly if you guys want to set it up that way. But we can talk about that a little, once we're up and running with Sawyer. Any other questions? Or anything else that you want me to find out and get back to you on?
Oh,
Go ahead, Vivian.
the appointments for, that on the 16th, after the 16th, where do we meet again? Here or in the?
Okay, so it's gonna be in the bank. The appointments will be in the bank. I believe the appointments start, I can't remember, 9 something in the morning up until close to 3 in the afternoon. Last I looked, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were fully booked. So I think Thursday and Friday were the only available days. But then thereafter, I'm sure you could go in, once they're open and running, you could go in anytime to start an account.
Bring money.
Bring money. Bring money. Bill.
Do you know any more information about these safe deposit boxes?
No, I don't. I know Doug, he's the president of the bank, I can't think of his last name off the top of my head. He wanted to install safe deposit boxes in there. I don't know where that is right now. I haven't spoken to him and Liza, my contact is away for 2 weeks. So I will find out where we are with that. How many people would really, show of hands, how many people would be interested in that here? In potentially having a safe deposit box there? Okay. I'm just gonna write that down. Okay. And, yes, Harriet.
I wanted to know, if we decide to go to the bank and take out our money personally, what do we have to bring? Do we also need 2 forms of ID and?
For Ulster?
Yes.
No. Well, she told me if you did the letter, all we had to do was mail a copy of your ID. So I assume if you go there in person, same thing, just have your ID with you.
Or your old bill,
What?
or the bill that you got every month from Ulster.
To close the account, you have to have a picture ID.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, proof while you're there, that your statement that you get monthly, you can bring that too, right?
Right, but you should, you're closing your account, they wanna see that it's you, so make sure you have ID. If you go there in person. Any other questions? Okay. So feel free to come into my office, our business office suite. I'm gonna keep those letters if anybody's interested in doing it that way. And so we can help you fill them out. You can just take it if you want. Just remember, you have to have your ID, a copy that goes with it, and it has to be notarized. So if you take it, just make sure that you get it notarized. And if you come into our office, we'll just have to kind of work it out so that you can see Mary Jo. We can't inundate her and have 9 million people just running down to get it notarized. But so I want to give her the heads up too that we might need to do that. So, but feel free to do that. And if you have any questions, just stop in and ask me. I mean, and I'll try to find out the answers to what you asked and get that out in the Chanticleer. So, and we'll just try to give them some business to keep them here. If they're going to be open 6 days a week, that's great. Anybody else? No?
Thank you.
Do you have the sheets or the concierge will have the sheets?
I do. Would you guys rather have me leave some up front too?
I'm gonna get it now.
Okay, all right. So, Joan, just give me a chance to photocopy a few and I'll leave them up front. Okay, so you feel free to come in to see us and then I'll leave some of the concierge as well. So I'm just let me just chat with them, I'll make some copies and they'll have them as well. Okay? But if you need help with filling them out, I'd rather have you come to me or into our business office, okay? If you just want to take it from them, fine, and do it on your own, but I would rather, us help you. Okay? All right, thank you.